business magnate, devoted family man, and loving husband, sophisticated, a visionary, and leader in the business world. Meet Victor Newman, the billionaire tycoon, the mastermind behind Newman Enterprises, arrived in Genoa City, Wisconsin, with a briefcase full of dreams. Born Christian Miller in 1947, Victor was destined for greatness. At the tender age of 7, his mother, Cora, decided she'd had enough of him and shipped him off to an orphanage. But Victor didn't let that minor setback hold him back. He used it as fuel to become one of the wealthiest men in the world. As a teenager, he left the orphanage and started working his way up the corporate ladder. Victor originally came to Genoa City in 1980 to help Catherine Chancellor run Chancellor Industries. He brought his wife Julia Newman with him and bought a ranch from Catherine and renamed it the Newman Ranch. He traded her in real quick for Nikki, the stripper, his stripper sweetheart. Nikki and Victor got married in 1984. They got back together in 1998 when Nikki was supposedly dying, bless her heart. And then again in 2002 after Victor divorced Diane Jenkins. More on her later. Now let's talk about Ashley Abbott, Jack's sister, and Victor's number 2, after Nikki, of course. They had an affair in the 80s, and Ashley got pregnant. But Nikki's cancer diagnosis made Victor leave her. Ashley had an abortion, but then stole Victor's sperm from Diane. Yes, that Diane. And artificially conceived Abby Newman. Then there's Hope, the lady from Kansas. He saved her from being raped and fell in love with her. And they got married in 1994. But when she got pregnant, Victor married Hope, but only after he tried to convince her to abort their baby. And when she refused, he divorced her and married Diane Jenkins. But don't worry, Hope got her revenge too. She raised their son Adam to be a mini Victor. Then there's Diane Jenkins, who Victor seduced for payback against Jack, but ended up falling for her. They got married in Nevada, but divorced after Nikki asked him to marry her on her deathbed again. In 2011, Victor and Diane reconnected and eloped, but that marriage ended in annulment. And let's not forget Miss Castellano, Victoria's friend from Paris, who came to Genoa City in 2008 and fell in love with Victor. They got married, but she died in a car accident before giving birth to their child. And the list goes on. There's Maggie McLean, the bartender, who tried to fuck him over, but Victor turned the tables and got her confession. And Sharon Collins, his ex-daughter-in-law, who married both of his sons, and then married Victor himself in 2012. The man's got more lives than a cat has lives, and more wives than a Mormon has wives. So there you have it, folks. The tale of Victor Newman's many, many marriages. A story of love and a whole lot of drama. He's built and destroyed empires, broken hearts, and probably a few laws. But that's just part of his charm. So let's raise a glass of scotch, naturally, to Victor Newman, the man who has made a career out of making us all look like amateurs. 14 marriages, that's a whole lot of love for one man. But I'm not one to gossip, so you didn't hear it from me.
What?